I'd like to touch base real quick on record changes. This is an old busted one here that's been up in the shop for more years than I care to count. And I want to go over some very basic things for you. So what I'm going to do is take off the turntable here, because I have to hold the camera here, so I have to set the camera down. I'm going to take off the turntable and show you some things that you may want to check out as to why your turntable may fail to reject when it gets into the gear mode, when you get the trip lever going and then it kicks over a pawl and it moves a mechanism and it goes into the change cycle, and sometimes it won't do it, it'll slip, and I want to show you what could cause that. Well, after you remove the turntable, which in this case was quite hard, this is what you're going to find. This is your idler wheel, and this is what would cause you problems if you put it into eject and it wants to stop and it doesn't have like the torque to change the mechanism, allow the mechanism to change the cycles and so forth, so it can cycle through. You reject and the end of record and so forth, and when it gets to the end and it may just stall out. Well, it's due to this thing slipping. Now what I usually do, there used to be a rubber cleaner on the market, but I haven't worked on record changes in many years and I'm not really good at it. And other than the motor and the wheel, that's all I would really do and clean these and lubricate these. What I usually do is I just spray this stuff down if the stuff is like glue, the grease, and then re-grease them with white lithium grease. On the motor, you want to oil the motor, but don't overdo it. See right where this is the back bearing, you can see in there. You put just a drop of oil down in here, using one of those needle type oilers. They have the long stainless steel needle on the end. That way you get one drop of oil on the bearing. On the front bearing, do the same thing. You put just a drop down in there. After you get it in there, keep the side of the wheel away from it. Run the motor to get the oil in there for a little bit, but don't get any oil on the idler wheel. Then, taking a Q-tip or a soft cloth if you can get in there and clean off any oil that appears on this, and then use some contact cleaner on a Q-tip and clean off any grease and oil on the spindle. As you can see, this spindle is tapered with like little steps in it. That's for your speed. The biggest one at the bottom would be 78, 33, 45, and 16. So as you change speeds on this, you can see where this is going up and down. Alright, it's all the way over here. This would be the 16. Actually, she's on 33. She didn't drop down to 16 yet. Actually, she should have. I think the dial is off a little bit here. Right, that's 78 right there. Yeah, the dial is off. I can see it right there. So that's not a big deal. So your idler wheel is all the way down to the bottom. But the point I want to make on this is that you must clean this very thoroughly. You have like a isopropyl alcohol or anything like that, or using CRC electronic contact cleaner. Works quite well on the rubber. Put it on a Q-tip. Don't spray it on here. Put it on a Q-tip and you'll see the crap come off of it. These become glazed. Now if they become distorted or the glaze is too hard to get off, you will have to replace it or have it redone. It's been many years since I've done that. Years ago, back in the late 70s, I used to work at an electronic supply place that used to sell these wheels. But of course, those days are gone, so you're going to be up, what's creek without a paddle, trying to replace this. So you're going to have it rebuilt if there is anybody around that does these things. Like I say, I've been out of it too many years to recall that, if there's any more such places around. Another thing too you want to do is take a small screwdriver. This is the Phillips, but I'm just using it as a pointer. You want to pop out that little C-clip that's in there. You want to pop that out and gently, but don't lose it. And after you pop that out, you want to pick this wheel up gently and clean the shaft off that this rides in, and put a drop of oil in there and then put it back in there. Of course, you're going to take this out anyways to clean it. I've taken Q-tips and I've just spin them around like that and held the Q-tip against here with the cleaner solvent on it and just clean it, and then change the Q-tip every so often so that you can get all this stuff off of there. This particular wheel is pretty smooth, believe it or not. So, but anyways, this is just a junk changer. Just using it for just showing you a little basics of record changer servicing, which I've never really got into too deeply other than what I've just showed you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.